Today, I am doing a tutorial of Medibang Paint Pro. So here's Medibang Paint Pro, and if you look at the toolbar over here, you'll be able to move your mouse down to here, and then you'll see these 5 tools. So these are the selection tools right over here. And today I'm going to be showing you how to use them and what they are and what they do, etc. So if you look at the 5 ones here, I'm going to explain to you what all of these are. So this one is called just called the select tool. So what this does is you get to pick a shape or type from over here, and then you'll be able to select a part of your drawing like that. So this is called the rectangle selection. So the rectangle. So you can make any type of rectangle or square. Yeah, any type of 4-sided parallelogram. And then this is the ellipse. So basically you can make circles. So you can select a part, maybe you can select a head or like a small tiny bead or detail with these tools. So the last one over here is called the polygon. What the polygon does is you get to create your own shape. You can create like a hexagon or an octagon and then double click to select it, and then you'll be able to see you created your own shape. So you can just make an equal straight lined shape and then just double click and then you'll make your selection. So it just makes any type of polygon you want. And then whenever you want to deselect something, for example, you have selected this portion, right? You selected this thing, okay? If you want to deselect, you can go to the selection tool here, the selection tool that you used, and then you click deselect. Or you can do Command D or Control D on the computer. Depends on the type of computer that you have. I use Command D, but you might be using Control D if you have like a PC or something. So yeah, just hit the Control/Command D to deselect your drawing, like that. So this next selection tool that we have here is called the lasso tool. So what this does is just like this one. You can select a portion of your drawing. But this one allows you to be a little more free. You don't have to draw like exact straight lines. So basically what you do is you can create your own like drawn selection. So what this does is you can create your own selection. You just draw what you want to select and then it's there. You draw the outline of what you want to select and it's there. And then this one is called the magic wand tool. This is one of my favorites. So what it does is you can select a part of your line art. So it selects one part of your line art and then it just selects the entire inside of what they have detected you've selected. So you just tap one place and it'll select the inside of that area. Remember to close your gaps though. If there are any gaps, they're going to select out of the way. For example, I've erased this area. So now it's there. It's going to select this entire portion over here and the background because I have this little thing showing out so that they can't detect that we're trying to select the inside of this circle. But there's this feature in Medibang Paint Pro that helps. So you can basically go up here at the magic wand tool over here, and then you can hit this little check mark here called close gaps. And now this will be able to, you'll be able to change that they'll close your gaps. So example, I have a gap here, I hit this, and then they'll be able to detect that this has a little portion that needs to be closed. And that's a very nice feature. So this next tool is called the Select Pen tool. This is just like the other select tools, except you get to color in whatever you want to select. I find this like really helpful when it comes to like when I want to color the inside of a part and I want to just let them know where, and then I can just fill in this later. I find this tool very satisfying. I don't even know why. You basically just color everywhere you want to select like this. And then once you're done, you can go to any other tool like this one and then pick a color like this red and then fill it in. So they'll immediately make a selection with what you colored from this tool. And you can also use the fill tool with this, like that. So you can also use the fill tool. So this is like a really nice tool. However, it is time consuming. Well, it actually just depends on how big your selection you wanted is. But if you're like you're putting in very little details and tiny details and big areas of selection, it's gonna take some time. But it also depends on how big your brush size is, like this, and it's not gonna take much time. You can literally, instead of doing this, just color it in with a normal brush tool because there's gonna be no difference. But I just like using this. I don't know why. I find it satisfying, and sometimes there are times where you might want to use this. This is the next part. So this one is called the Select Eraser tool. This is like a companion to the Select Pen tool. What it does is you'll be able to erase any mistake you made while creating a selection with this pen tool. So using this, you'll be able to erase the parts that you don't want selected, like that. And it's not, you can't only use it for the Select Pen tool, you can also use it to the Magic Wand tool. So whatever you selected, you can also erase. Okay, so now that I've explained all of these, I'm gonna show you how you can use them. So I have 4 circles that I drew here as an outline. What I'm gonna be using for these 4 circles is I'm gonna be demonstrating each selecting tool. This can be helpful when you want to color your drawing, or if you just want to do something and adjust something. Of course, there isn't the 5th one because these 2 are both going to be on the same, are going to be demonstrated on the same circle. So this first one, I'm going to be using the ellipse, and I'm just going to try to select, oh no, I used the polygon. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to use the ellipse and I'm going to try to select it accurately, just like this. Close enough. I think so. Okay, this is close enough. And I've made my selection. Now I'm going to use this tool. Make the brush really big, and let's just go for like a red, maybe. I'm just gonna color it in, and you'll see that it's only gonna color inside of the selection. Oh no, I did it on the wrong layer. You'll see that it's gonna only go inside of the selection. And that basically just shows that once you've selected something, you'll be able to draw only within that selection. So the next one I'm going to demonstrate is the lasso tool. Now this is going to be really hard for me, even though I have a drawing tablet. The lines are going to be pretty wobbly. So again, you can hit Command or Control D or this button here to deselect. And I'm just going to go ahead and try. I'm probably going to speed this part up, of course. It's going to be too long. What is that? Okay. Okay, so I created this thing. I have no idea what it is. I didn't even fill this area in. So, it's not close at all. It's very wavy, but let's stick with it. This time I'm going to be using the fill tool. Now, this fill tool, it can work on its own. So even if you haven't selected anything, it's going to work like the magic wand tool, and it's just going to fill in anything they think is like an outline. And also, once you've selected something, the tools are going to think of it as an outline. So the fill tool is not going to go to the background because this has acted like a the outline for what the fill tool is going to fill. So yeah, here we have the second one. I'm not demonstrating how bad or like which one's the best to use. It always depends on what you're trying to select. Let me just fill all this in. This is not going to demonstrate. The select tool is going to demonstrate the fill tool, but never mind. Oh, you can also expand if you want. I've expanded 1 pixel for now. So the next one is the magic wand tool. So I'm going to show you how quick this is. You just one click and it's going to see that this is what you want to select. Hopefully it's what you want to select. If it's not, you could try to close the gaps like that. So now I'm going to use this tool again, the brush tool, and I'm just going to fill it in. There we go. This so far is the most accurate, but you can always expand if you want. For example, if you want to expand like 2 pixels, you can expand it to like 10 pixels. It's going to expand a lot. And then once you've expanded that, they can see it. See, now once you've expanded, there's not going to be these like white pixels. If you don't have it expanding, just remember not to expand too much. See, if you zoom in, you'll see that the color is going outside the lines. But if you don't expand, for example, I'm going to change it all the way to 0. Oh, -1. There's negatives. And do that. You're gonna see that it's going to have like some sort of thing. For now it's not because it's pretty accurate, but you can see that it's gonna have these like whitish pixel like things around. It's gonna look very like low quality. So if you wanna not make it like that, you can change it. I can't believe there's actually the negative, so you can like not expand like that, and then yeah, that's like a really cool thing. Sometimes some people don't want to go all the way. Well, that looks nice. That looks like a piece of art. Let me just go back to what I was though. So you can expand it. I just go for like 2 pixels. Depends on how thick your line art is. And I'm just going to color it in. So there we go. The third one. Now this last one is going to take like the most time, or it depends. It depends. The last tool may be. This is the quickest, but it also depends. It always depends, just in my opinion and my skill. But yeah. So let me just change the brush to this, and I'm gonna go ahead and color in what I want to select. So right now, I have some parts that I did outside the lines. So what I can do now is this eraser tool, this select eraser tool, will come in handy. So let's change the brush size down and erase the mistakes we've made. I've made, actually. And you can always fill in areas too. That's what I really like about this tool, is you can always adjust like a normal drawing. Okay, so now I'm going to use the fill tool again. Well, actually, it's not a very great example because it acts just like the one tool, so let me just use the brush tool. So here we have it, the 4 circles. I think I'm going to end the video here now. I hope you guys learned something. I very much hope. I have the outline and coloring as a video, not a video, well, it is a video right now, but the outline as a PNG, so you can download it if you want. I uploaded it to my Google Drive, so you can look at the description below to see the links to it, so you can download it, and then you can use these circles. And also, I have a Medibang Paint Pro version. I'm going to go ahead and do that now, actually. So I'm going to upload that to my Google Drive so you can get this version. If you have the Medibang Paint Pro app, you'll be able to edit within Medibang Paint Pro with this coloring layer also there for you, and you can do whatever you want with it. I also hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe and like this video. See you all later. Bye!